Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. In case you're new here, my name is Maren
And I'm Mori.
Yeah, so in today's episode we are going to be looking into intercontinental dating, and we are going to be looking into African Americans who are dating or are married to Africans, right?
Right. And you know, when African Americans come to date or marry Africans, most of the time you're usually told to please consider that your culture when you're coming from America might be very, very different from the culture in Africa. Now, in Africa, when you come to marry someone's daughter, you will be required to pay dowry and you will be required to take care of this woman like 100%, you know.
Yeah,
in
but
Africa there is no 50-50.
But you guys, we are not talking about this because I want to challenge that, but we'll do that after we watch the compilation we have for you guys. Let's watch this and then we come back and have an honest discussion on this. Let us know what you think about this on the comment section. Let's watch.
All right.
I'm very, very, very happy that many African sisters have spoken up against that 50-50 bull crap that some men here in the United States try to that they live by. Many women and men in the United States, they do 50-50, which honestly, no true passport bro is doing that 50-50 thing. If you're traveling overseas looking for a wife in particular, then typically you know that you're going to take care of that woman. Most brothers the brothers that I know that have traveled overseas or that are traveling overseas, preparing to travel overseas, they already know that they're going to take care of that woman 100%. Me, been married to my wife close to 7 years now. My wife never, ever, ever, ever seen a bill. She don't know what the bills look like. I take care of every bill, whether they're for our house, whether they're for our businesses, or whether they're for her business. My wife have her own business, and I'm the one who funds her business. I funds her business. I fund all of our household expenses. I fund the business, our personal family investments, because that's what a man's supposed to do. I know my African woman ain't ready to go settle for no 50-50 man. That's that American feminist bull crap. The women here, the independent, strong women, they want to do that 50-50 with a man. And I'm not even going to blame the women on that. Honestly, I can't blame the women in America or nowhere on that 50-50 crap, because it's supposed to be the man that's supposed to stand up and say, no, I'm not going to do no 50-50. I'm going to do 100%. He's supposed to stand on his 2 feet and supposed to demand to that woman that he's going to take care of her 100%. So I can't even put no blame on any female, no matter what country you're from, for men doing that 50-50, because no man should do 50-50. If you a man, you're supposed to take care of that woman 100%. If in the truth to try to break in your home late at night, what you gonna go 50-50 with your woman on protecting the house? What you gonna say, oh, baby, it's your turn to see who broke in the house. When that woman's carrying that baby for 9 months, are you gonna go 50-50 on labor and delivery? No. You a man, man up. Pay that, take care of your wife 100%. Yes, you sisters are right in that. You African sisters that have spoken up against that, yes, you are right.
One thing I have realized as an American woman since I stopped dating American men and I started dating African men, more so Nigerian men, is we as women were and are settling for the bare minimum with American men. Example, Nigerian men, African men, whatever, they will bow down to your feet, literally. They will not watch you struggle. They know how to take care of home. They know how to respect their marriage, in a sense. And I love American men, don't get me wrong, I'm American myself, but I feel like our men weren't raised to, a lot of us grew up in broken homes, so it's just normal in America for our men not to know, you know, how to treat their women or how to love properly or just how to be masculine in a sense, like. So this is your sign to stop dating men and settling for men because that is your type. Try something different. I started dating African men a few years ago. I will never look back.
So if you're an African woman, you are dating an American man, or you are thinking on dating one, or you are talking to one, this video is for you. Not all, but in general, American men are so good. You have higher chances of finding a good American man that will treat you so well. Not all, but most of them take a lot of energy drinks, and most of them take a lot of pills for variety of reasons, prescribed though. If you are the conscious type of woman and are into eating fresh and care about your man's health, honey, there are so many things that you're gonna have to change about that American man. Not all, but most of them have very, very bad eating habits. Most of them eat a lot of fried food, and they're not just fried. They are fried in canola oil. And so if you care about your man, and if he doesn't want to change that, don't even try, because you're going to lose that man to cancer. Be ready for the debt, because a lot of them have bad money management, and so they have a lot of debt that can affect your life and his. If that bothers you, and if he doesn't want to change that, don't even try. Other than that, they are great.
Let's discuss. This video is for American women and women who moved from a different country to America. How are you handling the dating scene? Because I just realized that American men do not talk to you in public. Like back in my country, men would typically walk up to you and be like, oh my God, I think you're so pretty. Let me get your number. Let me take you out. Let me get to know you, blah, 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 blah. Like sometimes it does get annoying, but that's pretty much how we meet each other. But out here, it's different. Nobody talks to nobody.
So I've been seeing this topic pop up more and more lately, and I can admit I have seen African American women express loudly and openly that they don't really desire to be with an American man. They more so desire to be with African men. And based off of what I see, the main reason from what I see that most African American women want an African man is solely based off of the fact that they say things like, African men don't go 50-50. African men, they take care of their women. They don't believe in their woman like working. They shower women with riches and things of that nature. And I'm like, okay, what else is it that you like about African men? Like, is there anything else you like about them? Or do you only like them because you feel like you're going to, be taken care of financially? And I know many women, I know African, and I'm not going to lie, their culture is a little different than ours. In the African culture, they have multiple wives. African men tend to have many women. And when I look into that, I'm like, the African American women who say these things, are they aware of that? But I don't think they care. I think it's solely based off of the fact that they just want an easier life. Who doesn't want an easier life? I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but it's like, does love come into the picture? Or is it just you want to just live this life of abundance and financial freedom? And to my African men, be careful, because these African American women are preying on you all, but they're preying on your resources. I never really hear an African American woman say how they love them for this, and that. It's just all about finances and material things. And as far as myself being an African American man, it does make you feel some type of way. The same way, African American women be like, oh, these guys only like light-skinned women, da-da-da-da. That's kind of how it makes us feel. Like, you don't want us because you feel like we're worthless and we don't have as much money, which that's not really true. It's wild. It's honestly like the hot topic now. And most African American women don't want an American man. They don't.
So guys, welcome back. Let us know what you think about this episode. One thing I have to say though is that the last gentleman with beards, I have to, okay, this is just my feelings. I don't know why I feel like on the video he was talking down on African American women, you know,
while trying to pass his point.
Right.
So guys,
But that's just my feelings.
right, so guys, I think the biggest problem or the biggest misunderstanding from an observational point looking in between African American men and African American women is how their culture has evolved to such a point where everybody is competing for the head of the table power, kind of. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, like everybody wants to lead in the relationship.
I think it's the design of the society where they live.
Yeah.
But you guys, you know better, so you can let us know on the comment section, okay? But us looking in, it looks like because of the economic situation
And how I don't know where this thing of 50-50 came in, but whoever originated with this rule of 50-50, to be quite honest, I think that is the person that has brought that decay in the society of America. Not only amongst Black Americans, but also white Americans.
But
because
also,
if you do realize, Maren, the 50-50 thing, it's starting to spread all over the world, even here in Africa, although it has not taken root, because you find some marriages where the man is still the main provider. Whether or not the wife has a job, the man still provides fully.
But I feel like you also, when you talk about the 50-50 rule, you also have to consider the feminist groups where women came out, which is true, women came out to prove that they too could do what a man can do. So I think that also contributed to the 50-50 rule, because here in Africa also you find groups of women who really believe that they also too can contribute into the economy the way a man can, and that is where,
even if, like our first brother from the very first clip said, even if a woman comes with her chest, says she wants 50-50 in a relationship, it is upon you as the man in that relationship to decide whether you want to sit back and fold your arm and let your woman contribute 50% of whatever expenses in there, or for you to refuse, because you, at the end of the day, you're the man in that relationship. For you to refuse and provide 100%, because let me tell you something. Here in Kenya, let me speak of the society of Kenya. Here in Kenya, when two people get married and then you leave half of the household responsibility to a woman, that woman will never respect you the same way a man who is 100% a provider in his house will be respected by the woman in his house. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, so you guys, let us know what you think about the 50-50 rule. Where do you stand on it? Because I do believe, you know, nowadays in our society there's this thing called, okay, men are complaining that women are no longer submissive. You understand?
And
I understand that in America
their women are rude.
Yeah, I understand that in America also is a thing. Men are complaining that women are not submissive,
and so that is why you find most men from America go to other countries so that they can find submissive wives.
And okay, here in Kenya also, men who complain that women are not submissive, it's just as we explained to you,
the ones who don't pay 100% of the household bills.
Yeah, I feel like okay, let me speak from a female perspective. If I get a husband who is taking care of everything financially, the husband is taking care of everything, you'll find yourself as a woman falling into that submissive role.
You automatically slide into the role
it, because every other thing is taken care of, you know. But I don't know, maybe I might be angering somebody by my thoughts, but that's just
at the end of the day, it's your opinion.
Yeah,
because even if I do find myself in a situation where I have to go 50-50 with a man, first of all, you come home tired,
you start living like roommates.
Because you know, by design, women are designed to depend on men, you know. But the minute you let me go 50-50 with you on paying for household bills and stuff like that, then why will I need a man? You know,
like
God was intentional in how He created human beings,
right? And the first what is it called? The first gentleman who said, he brought about a very valid point about pregnancy. Do you also go 50-50? I feel like men, no attack on our male audience, okay? It's just to say there are some men who really don't understand the impact or pain of giving birth. They really don't understand the struggles women go through during pregnancy, from the first month to the end of their pregnancy. The 9 months, guys, you're carrying something, is growing in you. How that changes you, how that changes your moods, how that changes your hormones, and then you still have to give birth to a baby.
And the trauma of just the
Giving
whole
birth,
experience.
it's traumatic, guys. So before you tell women that you want to go 50-50, and I feel like for the men who normally call African American women lazy and gold diggers for wanting a man who can provide for them, they should stop shaming women like that, because even here in Africa, women are looking for providers, you understand, partners who are providers, because at the end of the day, nobody wants to, and I understand there's a lot of pressure on the men, and that is where they normally say you cut your cloth according to
your size.
Exactly.
You don't go for a bigger cloth, just cut your cloth according to your size.
Meaning, go for the one you can afford, right? Because you've seen there are men who can take care, the African men who can take care of women, and that is why if an African American woman and an African man meet, and the man is able to take care of her, you find like they live in a very harmonious. Not to say that in Africa we don't have 50-50 rule, guys, don't misunderstand me. There are households that do live like that in Africa, especially
but
because
then again,
of
if you investigate that house very well, it's like, let me just say it's like you have 2 men wearing a trouser in that house. The woman won't be as submissive because she's busy looking for her 50% in order to contribute towards whatever bills that will come at the end of the month,
Yeah, and then you tell me how, make it make sense. You want to provide 50-50, right? You bring your 50, the woman brings her 50, and then you contribute. And then, let me tell okay, here in Africa men normally say, you don't expect me to walk into the kitchen. It sounds chauvinistic, guys, but just hear it. You don't expect me to go into the kitchen and wash these dishes. You don't expect me to do laundry. You don't expect me to to cook. Do you know what the women in Africa nowadays say? If you don't want to cook, if you don't want to wash dishes, and if you don't want to do your own laundry,
be the provider. Simple as that. So guys, if you want to change how the law, natural natures of law, how they were intended to take care of society, you should also be ready for the consequences. Because most men in Africa who have, decided to slide into the role of sole providers, they understand this concept very well. If you do not want to wash clothes, if you do not want to cook, if you do not want to wash utensils, you have to be the provider.
Anyway, guys, let us know what you think about this episode. We really appreciate you for always watching our episodes, and let's catch you on the next. Consider subscribing if you have not, and we'll really appreciate it.